A question those in Portland will have on their ballot next week will decide whether or not to increase the city's minimum wage from $15.50 an hour to $19 an hour. That would happen by 2028. Our Katie Delaney takes a closer look at who would be impacted by a minimum wage change.
The $19 minimum wage proposal has gotten a lot of pushback from some local business owners who say they won't be able to afford it. But others say that a minimum wage increase is needed to keep up with Portland's cost of living. I spoke with James Mile, an analyst at the Maine Center for Economic Policy, who's been looking into the impact this minimum wage increase could have. He says $19 compared to the median wage in the city would be within the range economists consider sustainable and would not pose a significant risk to the local economy. He says there are many people this wage increase could help.
So the biggest impacts, as you might expect, are on, as the low wage workers and folks who are earning just above the minimum wage. We think it would impact about 1 in 5 workers in Portland. That's about 15,000 people. So they would get a raise under this proposal.
But there are others this minimum wage increase could hurt. Miles says that businesses where labor is the biggest portion of their costs could take a hit and could pass some costs on to customers. He says another area that could face challenges is childcare and adult care.
Both of those get a fair amount of their funding through state subsidies, which are pegged to the statewide minimum wage, but won't necessarily adjust to a local minimum wage. Childcare is a tricky one because it's already unaffordable for a lot of folks, so there isn't necessarily a lot of room to increase prices there.
Now it's up to voters to decide whether they want a $19 minimum wage. In Portland, Katie Delaney, News Center, Maine.